Hey everyone, it's Julie at the Paper Bag Lady One, and I have a project share for you. Today, I have made an album. It's actually a custom order for a gal named Julie who contacted me and wanted me to do an album for her for, obviously, as you can see, a beach vacation. I believe they're going to Sanibel Island. Yeah, I have to admit I am not a beach girl. I have never been a beach girl. Well, when I was little, I guess we went to the beach sometimes, but we were not one of those families that went, oh, every summer we go to Ocean City, Maryland, or we go to wherever. The beach is hot, and it is wet, and it is sandy. And in my world, that is 3 strikes beach, you're out. So I do not enjoy going to the beach. So it's not a theme I do a whole lot of. But I actually really enjoyed this, and I like the way that it turned out. She requested that I not use a lot of flowers in it because flowers weren't really very beachy. And actually, as it worked out, I did not use any flowers in this. I used other things instead. So I will take you through the album and show you what I did. It's an 8x8 paper bag album, and the paper that I used is a K & Company. I want to say it was maybe Tim Coffee, but I'm not positive. It's an older line, and I'd been looking at it at my AC Moore for a while, but never bought it because, again, I'm not really a very big beach person. But when Julie requested this album, several papers came to mind, but this was the one that I thought would work the best, and it's the one that she chose, so this is what we went with. So anyway, so it's 8x8, like I said. It's just bound with the ribbon, and on the cover here we have a couple of seashells, which came from a pack of them that I think I bought at the Dollar Tree some time ago, and I must have used them in another album once upon a time, because I can't imagine why else I would have bought the seashells. These letters are thickers. I think they were called fabric thickers, but they look like canvas to me, and I actually sprayed them with my Lindy's, and I can't remember the name of it. I'm sorry, it's across the room. It's some kind of gold, but it's the matte gold. It's not, or the flat, it's one of the flat Fabios. Anyway, it's a gold one was in the name, but it actually looks more sandy to me. So there's no sparkle in it. We have Butterbee Scraps corners here, and the reason I'm holding this is because I wanted to show you this. We have this little dangly charm thing with a couple of pieces of colored shell, and then 2 full size, not full size like giant, but complete shells, not pieces. And these came from a baggie of shell type items that I have, and I'm not 100% sure where I got it. I think maybe my friend Char might have sent it to me, but I'm not positive. So if it was you, Char, thank you, and if it wasn't, well, thanks to whoever it was. So you'll see these dangly charms throughout. Like I said, Julie didn't really want me to use a lot of flowers, but I wanted to use some charms, which you'll see in the album, and this seemed like the best way to do it. So it's attached to a Butterbee Scraps corner, and it's dangling. Here on the edge, I'll just hold this really quick. I did this clasp, does it have a name when one goes inside the other? I'm sure it does, but I can't remember what it is. But this also came from Butterbee Scraps. Mo sent that to me quite some time ago. I don't really know if she has that particular style anymore or not. But, whoops, I'm not in the camera. But these eyelets I got from her also. The chain is my own that I just bought at the craft store 2 nights ago because I didn't have any silver chain. But anyway, so let's go inside. So here we are. Julie told me that she likes to take a lot of pictures. So I wanted to make sure that she had a lot of places to put pictures, and I think that there are close to 40 picture spots in here, and that is not counting if you take these and flip them over and use the other side. So at any rate, so this pocket has 3 different photo mats and then a coffee dye tag, and this little stamp looks like a postage stamp. There was a sheet in the collection that the whole thing was different sizes of postage stamps with different beachy type images. So I used a lot of those, and rather than just stick it on there, I decided to take the little the strings out that are at the top of the shipping tags and use eyelets there instead. So here we have a vintage vocabulary card. It's from the Vized vocabulary cards. I think these are Spanish on the other side, if I'm not mistaken. But what I did with these is I left them all loose. I didn't glue any of them down. And the reason I did that was in case Julie wanted to rearrange them. Let's say like I know there's one in here that says family. Say she has a really great picture of a family, but she doesn't want to put it in that spot there. So that way she can take these, rearrange them, and then these little clips, the holding them, of course, you can also take those off and move them too if you want. This one doesn't matter so much because it just has the little shells on it, but some of them actually have charms that kind of coordinate with the word there. So I will show you those as they come up. And then this right here is just on craft cardstock. And this is a stamp. I have several of those little mini stamp sets. I think they were Studio G that I got at Joann's when they had the dollar place with all those things. And then I just used, they're all in different colors throughout, and I think most of them are Colorbox fluid chalk inks. And then I embossed them. If you put the embossing powder on right away, you can make it work. Then over here, we have, I have to keep picking this up to show you my charms. We have another charm. This one has a little fish and then the shell. The fish came from Butterbee Scraps. And then there's another one of those images. The corners, it's the same corner throughout. The only other silver corner I have is like a giant sized one, and that just was wrong. So we use this one, and then another little shipping tag. And then these, I think there are 2 different spots in here that have the vertical pictures. They have a little magnet here, and then they open up and with room for 2 more pictures. Next page, these all of them open up. This one, the ones that open from the bottom up, like the horizontal ones, do not have the magnets because they hang down that way naturally anyway. Here we have a bird, and then this is a little bird charm, which did not come from Mo. That one came after 3 trips to 3 different craft stores, because do you know how hard it is to find a seagull charm? That's not even a seagull, technically. It's just a bird. But they have tons of things with a sea theme. They have multitudes of types of shells and starfish and what are those things? Sand dollars. They have octopi and crabs and lobsters and turtles and dolphins and sailboats and the little thing you steer the boat with and anchors and palm trees and beach umbrellas. They have everything, but they don't have seagulls. I was very surprised. I guess because you can just find bird charms, I don't know. But anyway, so I had to settle for a bird, which is all right. But there's photo mats in here. Well, one photo mat, which is a smaller size. All of the ones, the standard ones, are 4x6. Well, they hold a 4x6 picture, so really the outside part is 4.5 by 6.5, and then the little mat of pattern paper is 4.25 by 6.25. So when you put your 4x6 picture in, you still have a little bit of an edge around. So anyway, and then there's another journaling spot, that one with a palm tree. Over here we have the sun, and the little charms on here. It's a little sunshine and a little pair of sunglasses, both of which came from Mo at Butterbee Scraps. Again, this one opens. These pull out. And then a little seashells right there. And the next page is a double pocket. This is just a place where you can journal. You could put little pictures in there if you wanted to. That's held with a little clip, and then that has a larger seashell charm, also from Mo. 3 photo mats on each side with the shipping tags. Over here, this one has a little image of a kind of seaweedy coral thing that you'd find under the sea. This one says island, and on this charm we have the colored shells as well as the little palm trees. Again, from Mo at Butterbee Scraps. Mo, I'd have been lost without you on this one. So here we have another one that opens up. I love that shell paper. I love it. I wanted to use it as a background, but the other side of this paper is this paper. So I had to settle with using it on the inside because it only came with 2 sheets in the pack. 1 sheet, 2 sheets. Red sheets, blue sheets. No. Anyway, another smaller photo mat, and then the tag. Over on this side, we have this charm, which has a shell. It has a little sand pail and a shovel, and then the little beach chair with the beach umbrella. And those 2 charms came from Mo also. This one has a smaller photo mat and the tag. The ones that are at the very top, there are two of them, actually have another stamp on the back, because when I first did it, and then when I looked at the album, when it would stand up, you'd see the top of the back side, and it was actually quite pretty paper. It was like a peachy, pinky coral swirl with white, but it was really bright, and it didn't really work with the rest of the album, so I had to put one on the back there. And then I did cut these tags down a bit. I think I probably cut them a little shorter than I would have wanted, but they at first were sticking way out here. Okay, and then on our last page, we have another tag back here with a shell. That is not from those same stamp sets. That's just an old woodblock stamp I have from, oh, like a bazillion years ago. Another coffee dye tag. This one here says, whoops, can't see it, water, and there's a little crab with the colored shells. And then this opens up. And then on this last side, we have one that says swim or float. And then this one has two little shells and then a starfish, which did not come from Mo. That one came, I did wedding invitations for a gal, and we had little, I was going to say sand dollars, sea stars. I know we all say starfish, but technically it's not a fish. It's called a sea star. And I had a couple left over, so that's what that's from. And then this one, I never did this before, this like little flippy waterfall thing. Woo, so exciting. Monica helped me with that one. And then they have magnets there because I was afraid it'd be too puffy and they'd stick out. So, and then you just have the back of the album. So anyway, so there is my beach vacation album. I really hope that, Julie likes it. And yeah, I tried to put, like I said, as many places in there for pictures as I could. So that will be going on its way to Julie fairly soon. Julie, I hope you have a great vacation too when you go. And everyone else, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions or comments, I would love to hear what you think. And I hope everyone also has a great weekend and a fantastic Easter. And I have other custom orders that need to be worked on, so I'm sure I'll be back with videos soon. But till then, take care, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!